What's up everybody, welcome back to my video, and today we're going to be discussing the new first look images we got for season 6 of the Dragon Prince. Yes, yesterday we got a total of like 12 images I think, and it was a bombshell drop, so it was crazy. In today's video we're going to be discussing all of them in depth because some of them are actually very interesting. So without further ado, let's just get into the breakdown. The first image we're going to be taking a look at is this beautiful image of Sorvus, and it looks like they're on a quest for something. And this quest could be their quest to find Zubeia, because as we know in season 6, they're going to be on a little side quest to find Zubeia since she was corrupted by the Banther in season 5. And they're probably going to meet up with the Mushroom Mage to discuss how they can completely heal Zubeia, because I don't really think that the Mushroom Mage fully healed Zubeia. I think there's a lot more that's needed, because we're talking about a dragon here, like a full like arch dragon, I think. So yeah, it's gonna require a lot more than a little elf's healing abilities to heal Zubeia completely. And also we can see that Corvus is picking up something, and it seems to be coming from the corner of this image, which seems to be claw marks. I don't know, maybe something happened to Zubeia, maybe she was dragged away. So we'll just have to wait and see what those claw marks are. The environment they're in sort of looks like an Earthblood Elf forest, which would make sense since Muko, or the Mushroom Mage, is an Earthblood Elf. This image takes place in episode 2, Love, War, and Mushrooms. Moving on to the next image, we can see Ezran in a very confident stance looking at something. And this is probably the dragon before they leave for their quests, like Soren, Zim, and Hat leaving for the Zubeia quest, and Rayla and Callum leaving for the Star Scraper. Those are the people that Ezran are looking at. This is probably during a very happy state in the season, because of course episode 1 is always like the happy episode until things go south. This next image shows Rayla and Callum sort of devising a plan, I think, because Rayla looks really happy and Callum has that face that he has a plan ready. And this is actually from episode 1 Star Touch. Since I watched episode 1 early, I already know what this plan is. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's out there if you want to know. But yeah, they are devising a plan here, probably to destroy the pearl. This next image shows another camera angle of Rayla and Callum in the burning ship, and this takes place in episode 3, the frozen ship. Now how the ship is burning is currently unknown, but maybe they just triggered a fire or something, and it causes for a really cool action sequence. Maybe there's something attacking them. I don't know. Now this image is probably the most interesting image out of the bunch. Of course, this takes place in Catalyst. We can see guards surrounding something, but what could this something be? This something has to be really important because in the background we can see Ezran, Opeli, and the Crown Guards walking up to whatever this is. So this is a really important person, but if you look to the corner of the image, you can actually sort of make out a cloak. Now who has a cloak, or like a really damaged white cloak? Yes, Viren does. So I really think this is Viren returning back to Catalyst. I know some of you guys know, and me know that's kind of confirmed happening, but I'm not gonna say anything more. But if that's the case, a lot of chaos and confusion will erupt, and Ezran will have to decide what to do with Viren. It's probably going to be a really hard decision, one of his hardest decisions, because Viren in the past has proved to be a very deadly person, but now that he's sort of learned that his ways are wrong, I don't really know how they're going to forgive Viren at all. It's going to be really chaotic, and Viren is probably the most controversial person in the human kingdoms now. And of course, this image is also from episode 3, the frozen ship. The next image here shows Kareem, Miana, and Pharaohs standing in some sort of desert area. And the thing they're obviously looking at is of course Sol Regem, because we know that Sol Regem is going to be healed by them in season 6. Now how are they going to heal Sol Regem's eyes? Well, the answer to that lies in Pharaohs' arms. Yes, in Pharaoh's arms you can actually see the Sunseed, which was stolen from Janai. Now they are going to use the Sunseed to heal Sol Regem's eyes in season 6, and we can actually see some of that action happening in the official teaser. So when Sol Regem is healed by the Sunseed and he's back at his full power, yeah, it's not going to be good for Zadia or the human kingdoms. The next image is just another angle of Rayla and Callum arriving at the Star Scraper. Now, what do you mean by another angle? Like, we got this image before, but it was a promotional image for NYCC. So yeah, nothing really new here, but I think how it's going to reveal the Star Scraper, it's probably just going to be the camera panning up to this huge structure, and it's going to be revealed that Callum and Rayla are there. I think that's how it's going to be revealed. And now we got confirmation that this image takes place in episode 4, the Star Scraper, of course. I mean, it's a Star Scraper. What else can you get from it? The next image we have is also a very interesting image, and it reveals a new Celestial Elf. Now this Celestial Elf actually isn't wearing a blindfold, so now I guess we know what they look like under their blindfolds. So they have blue glowing eyes. Now could these blue glowing eyes symbolize their connection between the Star Arcanum and the Sky Arcanum? Maybe it's sort of like a fusion of both Arcanums? It would make sense, because why are Skywing Elves called Celestial Elves? And the Star Scraper is a building that they basically own. It's basically just a museum of star artifacts. So it's like, I feel like they have some sort of connection to the Star Arcanum, as well as keeping their connection to the Sky Arcanum. A specific character in this image is now confirmed to be called Cosmo. So I can't wait to see more of Cosmo in Season 6, and judging from this image and how they're flying without any wings, yeah, they could probably be a really important and powerful character. Now, if you look in the background of this image, you can actually see Astrid, I think. I don't really know, it could just be a random celestial elf. You can also see the Star Scraper background that we saw from the teaser. And this image takes place in episode 5, Moonless Night. And finally, the last image is the Luna Tenebris air image. So now this image is really interesting because it shows Rayla standing in front of the giant dragon we've seen in the other teasers. And of course, many people have theorized that this dragon could be Luna Tenebris' unsuitable heir from Zubea's explanation of Aaravos' backstory. Maybe it was banished to the frozen sea because it was corrupted by Aaravos, therefore explaining why it was an unsuitable heir for Luna Tenebris. Now in this specific shot, we can actually see Rayla looking at the dragon, and it sort of looks like she's trying to reason with the dragon because it looks like she's giving like an explanation or speech, maybe explaining how dangerous Aaravos is. But of course, my theory is right, and Aaravos is controlling this dragon. Dragon is of course not going to listen to Rayla, and it's probably going to attack her. And that would probably force Rayla to jump at this dragon, which we actually see in one of the previous teasers. I mean, it's the first teaser, I think, and it shows Rayla jumping towards this dragon. She's of course going to need assistance from Callum to actually defeat this dragon using his Sky Arcanum spells. And one thing that I just noticed is that on the neck of this dragon, it seems to be wearing a necklace, which has the Ocean Arcanum in it. Aaron Ehas has pointed out in a previous interview that the bones at the bottom of the sea of the cast out are going to be important. So could these creatures be like connected or something? Maybe those bones could be Luna Tenebris? I don't know. And this is one of my favorite shots out of the bunch because, well, it's just stunning. It is probably one of the best shots in the Dragon Prince. It's definitely up there for me because it just looks amazing. This image takes place in episode 5, Moonless Night. And that's gonna wrap up our first look image breakdown for season 6. These images are amazing, and with these images bombshell dropping out of nowhere, I really do think we're getting a trailer soon. Now, when do I think we're getting the trailer? I think we're gonna be getting it this week, specifically Tuesday and Wednesday. But yeah, I think we're gonna be getting Tuesday and Wednesday. We're probably gonna be getting the trailer Wednesday because it's gonna be exactly a month before season 6 comes out, so it makes sense. I mean, that happened with season 5 as well. And Tuesday because it's TDP Tuesday, come on. But with that being said, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.